We couldn't have dry land without water. You might be thinking, obviously, because if Earth didn't have any water on it, no lakes, no rivers, no oceans, the whole idea of dry land would be pretty meaningless. But that's not what I mean. I mean that without water, our continents simply wouldn't exist. Welcome to Minute Earth. There are all kinds of rocks on the continents, but the vast bulk of continental crust, the part of Earth's rocky outer layer that isn't the seafloor, is made of granite, a relatively lightweight igneous rock. The lightweightness of granite is the whole reason continental crust can pile up way higher than the seafloor without sinking. But it's kind of surprising that so much of this low-density rock exists at all. That's because granite is made when rock deep in the planet melts and recools. But the stuff that's down there isn't like granite at all. It's way denser. So how does granite turn out so lightweight? Ironically, we're able to keep our toes dry thanks to what's happening beneath the ocean. This black crack here is a deep ocean trench, where two tectonic plates are colliding, and this one is sinking down into the planet. And here's where water comes in. Long ago, ocean water seeped into the seafloor and became part of the rock's mineral structure. Now, as the seafloor begins diving into the planet, the intense heat and pressure hundreds of kilometers below the surface sort of squeeze a lot of that water back out. And this water has a weird effect. It lowers the melting temperature of the surrounding rock just enough to melt some of the lightest minerals, creating pockets of low-density magma. This buoyant magma makes its way up toward Earth's surface, eventually creating mountain chains of granite. Take a spin along the Ring of Fire and you can see these piles of new continental crust. For example, there's the Mariana Islands, Japan, and the Aleutian Islands. Of course, these mountain chains aren't continents yet. They're just scraps of continental crust. But it's only a matter of a very long time until the plate they are riding on crashes into another plate carrying larger chunks of continent. At that point, the dense seafloor these island chains are sitting on will plunge into the planet. But thanks to their relatively low density, the heaps of granite will simply get scraped onto the existing landmass. The continents we live on today were largely assembled this way, one pile of rock at a time. In other words, it's thanks to our oceans that we can take our continents for granted. This video is brought to you by 80,000 Hours, which we're pretty excited about. That's because 80,000 Hours is a nonprofit whose sole purpose is to help people use their careers to make a positive impact on the world. Your career is on average 80,000 hours long, so it's a pretty big opportunity to make a difference. 80,000 Hours provides resources, including guides on how to have a high-impact career, a curated job board with hundreds of high-impact roles, and even a podcast featuring interesting guests, including experts who already have careers in these areas. I especially appreciated the thoughtful episode where they discuss navigating a career through depression, imposter syndrome, and other mental health issues. And all their resources are free. All they want is to help you make a difference. Click our link in the description or go to 80,000hours.org/MinuteEarth to be sent a free copy of their in-depth career guide, as well as to sign up for their newsletter to get updates on their research and new job opportunities.